What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Vidiots podcast, our first podcast of 2016, 17. Wow.
You screwed up already.
I did already.
You screwed up.
First podcast of 2017. Yay! Yes. So this is gonna try not to keep this a long one, but I know Chris has a lot of stuff to do.
Christmas.
So let's just hop right into this. What have you been up to?
My Christmas gifts.
I'm sure we'll see that in your reviews, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, what was I doing this past week? Not really much gaming. The only gaming I did was trying to platinum another game. Sonic Unleashed. I got all the medals, all 400 medals in the game. That's ridiculous, but you know, I did it. Hank, what are you, and why are you here?
It's an update to iTunes. What was it?
I don't know. I exited out too quickly. Anyway,
how dare you?
So, that's not too much on the gaming aspect on my part, just normal stuff. So, yeah. So moving on from that, we're going into some news here. Going into gaming news, we are now less than a week away from finally the Nintendo Switch
reveal of everything. Hopefully.
Presentation. It is at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Which is stupid.
So, that'll be... I'm staying up late for that. Yeah, I have to. I gotta see this. I don't want to go to sleep and then have to wake up and just, like, read everything. I don't want to read. I want to see it live.
When we watch it.
I want to see it live. No, because then I just hop on Facebook once and everything's going to be, like, scatterbrained.
You can watch it.
I'm going to stay up late and watch it. I am going to. Anyway. So that's happening. The Virtual Console game that was released yesterday was Pokemon Snap, which I have thought about getting because I remember that.
I ran that game. That's the
I
only
think I remember
game
you.
I ever played.
Are you gonna get it again?
No.
It's interesting. It is interesting.
I know
It's not an actual
like
it doesn't play like a Pokemon game. It's
no, you take pictures of the Pokemon as you're
and you
riding
get, and you get graded on each picture.
I think so.
Yeah. So I don't know if you like Pokemon Snap, because I know there's a lot of people that do. Then it is out now.
I thought it already was.
In other countries, but ours.
When are we getting the freaking GBA? The rest of the GBA games.
I know they're probably waiting for the Switch, because they know that the Wii U is a dead console now. So it's kind of
they're still releasing stuff. Duh.
Probably just to keep us happy.
Yeah, I want the rest of my GBA stuff. And
okay.
Castlevania
just
DS
going
game.
into this quick, do you expect them
touchscreen?
Do you expect them to announce?
No, I don't expect them to announce anything.
Virtual Console,
except Breath of the Wild.
Virtual Console.
I better be. Well, I don't know. If all my stuff transfers over and I don't have to pay for it anymore, sure. I'm all about it.
I can guarantee you they're not going to do that.
Well, that's
probably
dumb.
Sure that they're just going to do the whole thing that they did from the Wii to Wii U, where it's just like $1. You just pay $1 just to get it upgraded instead of the full price.
And how many games do I have?
A lot.
Exactly.
That's still cheaper than buying them all over again. I know.
No, you should just transfer all your saves over.
You would think, but I highly doubt they're going to do that.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
That's how it should be. That's how Rock Band did it.
Well, they're not.
They
Rock
figured
Band.
it out.
They're not Rock.
On Sony. With Sony, they figured out how to transfer stuff.
Well, they're not Sony. Anyway, I can't think of any other gaming news. Can you?
No.
Okay, movie news.
I don't got any news, to be honest.
Cute.
I got
nothing. I guess you could say what we just talked about. The fact that they said in Star Wars 9, Princess Leia was supposed to have a big role, but, you know, obviously now there's a different story.
Now. It ruins everything.
So, yeah. Okay.
How do they get away with those pictures?
Because nobody's actually looking. Oh, okay, there is some TV news I can announce. Girl Meets World got canceled by Disney Channel. After 3 seasons. Their hour-long episode last night was literally just a kick in the butt, because that whole episode actually basically confirms that they canceled it too soon, It was basically an episode revolved around the audience, which I thought was really cool, and how the show has impacted people around the world. It's just ironic that they aired that episode right after they said they canceled the show.
That's like Arrested Development. They got canceled and they won all these Emmys for Best Show.
Yeah, and like Girl Meets World just got nominated for 2 awards right after it got canceled too. But a bunch of fans are contacting Netflix to see if Netflix will pick up season 4.
Then they can cuss.
Well, they did in Boy Meets World, so it really wouldn't be.
Then they can do whatever they want.
But which is apparently could happen because somebody, I don't know if they tweeted or emailed.
Development, the fourth when that came back, it was Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah, because apparently there was a representative at Netflix said yes, this is possibility. Do something, and now a whole bunch of fans are now petitioning and contacting Netflix saying let's get season 4 on Netflix, and I'm one of them. So here's hoping. I'm crossing my fingers here because I don't want this show to end. I want to see where these characters go.
Maybe they'll do a comic book.
It's not a show to do a comic book.
Seasons.
That is not a show.
Continue showing comic book form and do with Buffy and the X-Files.
That is not a show you can do a comic book about.
A lot of shows actually turn into comic books later seasons.
That is not a show you can do it.
Well, if you just said you want to know what happened to the characters.
Yeah.
So if they got canceled, what else are they going to do?
Netflix.
No, what if they can't even do that? Then you go to the comic book.
We can't.
You wouldn't read it.
It's not a show that
canon.
It's not a show that.
I'm just saying.
It's weird.
I'm just saying.
That would be a weird show to do.
Sonic's almost up to 300 issues.
I know. Isn't he the longest running?
I don't know.
Well, the longest running, not Marvel.
You mean licensed?
Yeah. I think he is.
Possibly, because I don't see any other licensed comic that's that high.
Mega Man had it and then it stopped.
I don't see any others, so
Nintendo doesn't have any.
No.
They could easily get away with doing some comics for like Zelda or Metroid or something. Like I could see them doing a Metroid line.
Nintendo's got to approve it.
Yeah, I know. That'll never happen. But okay.
Yeah.
That's my TV news. World news, nothing really. Nothing new anyway.
No.
Okay, so let us move on to our reviews. I have none. I don't think.
You can review this.
No, because you played it.
Fine.
I don't think.
What should I start with? Movies, comics, a CD? I got everything. I got every area. Video game. I got 2 video games. I get 3 movies. I get 2 comic books and a CD.
Good.
Where should I start? This is all Christmas stuff.
Just
all
start at the top of your list.
Yeah, all of it is Christmas stuff.
Just start at the top of your list.
Well, that's movies then. All right. I got The Shining Blu-ray upgrade to my DVD because I'm upgrading my DVD collection. So.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I'm still working on that. And The Shining was on my wish list, and someone bought it for me.
What do you do with your DVDs then?
I usually give them to the group home.
Oh, okay.
Unless they're rated R, then I don't get it.
And then what do you do with them?
They're just sitting there at my house somewhere.
Thought about selling them?
To who?
Oh, well, I'm sure somebody out there would buy it.
Well, I don't know who. Anyway, The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, 1980. Based on a Stephen King novel, which I did not read the Stephen King novel. So I can't compare it.
It's a scary movie, right?
It is a horror film. One of my favorite horror films. With Jack Nicholson.
That's it. Okay. I thought that's the one you were talking about.
Yes. But... it's a creepy movie. It's about... If you don't know what it's about. Jack Nicholson's a writer. And he just takes this job at this hotel that's in Colorado, I think. In like the mountains. And they shut down during the winter because it's too cold for people. And it snows too much for people to come to this hotel. So they shut it down. Someone has to stay there to take care of the hotel. So they'll hire someone. So this writer hired it because he wanted 5 months of peace to work on his novel. After he takes his wife and son. And his son has telepathic abilities. What this has to do with anything, I'm not really sure.
This is the same movie that has that scene With the boy riding his bicycle in the hallway
Yes.
with two girls. Who is that boy? That boy is.
I don't think he's been in anything else.
No, that
He
boy
disappeared.
is.
No.
Oh my gosh! I think he voices Sora in Kingdom Hearts.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't done anything since. Anyway.
Oh my gosh! What is his name?
Anyway.
Oh my gosh!
The previous caretaker of this place went psycho and killed his family.
Haley Joel Osment.
No.
It's
Haley
not?
Joel Osment wasn't even born. Dude, this is 1980.
That kid, he voiced a kid in something.
You're thinking of The Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah.
That's Haley Joel Osment in The Sixth Sense. This is not The Sixth
Okay,
Sense.
my bad.
But you got the right thing, the two girls in the hallway, but that ain't The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
That's The Shining.
Okay.
Anyway, the creepy haunted hotel was built on an Indian burial ground. I assume that's why it's all creepy and stuff. But the place affects Danny, which is the kid, and it affects Jack. Jack goes Looney Tunes. But I think the family was a little bit messed up before they got to the hotel. I'm seeing that now. And I think going to the hotel, they're even more messed up. But it's got great creepy imagery. I think that's what makes the movie really. Stanley Kubrick does an awesome job. He didn't do any other horror movies after that or before that.
Well, why not?
Well, he's done everything. He's one of my favorite directors. He's done a little bit of everything because he's not a horror movie director. He's just a director. He just decided to do this. And he does it really well. I wish he would have done another horror movie because it's fantastic. But Jack Nicholson, man. He knows how to play unhinged very well.
Jack Nicholson.
Very, very well. I think he's the best actor to play psycho, crazy kind of. I understand why they picked him to do the Joker. The movie kind of doesn't make sense at certain points, especially the very last shot of the movie really doesn't. I don't quite understand it, what it means.
Okay.
But the hotel is cool. I'm not sure if it's where they filmed it. I can't remember which hotel. But it has this huge maze. What do you call it? Hedge maze.
Hedge maze.
Yeah, which plays an important role at the end. I won't spoil the ending for you.
I'm not ever gonna watch it.
But they meet the cook in the hotel before they leave. He also has telepathic abilities. It's called The Shining. People have telepathic abilities. They shine. So he and Danny have this sort of link. But he leaves. But then he senses something's wrong and he flies back to Colorado. But
does he actually fly?
No, he flies in a plane. Great movie. It looks good in high def. Except for the opening. Opening shots are like these zooming, like, I don't know how they did it. Must have did it in a helicopter. I don't know how they did it. But it's outside. It's cars driving, through the mountains, and it's zooming. Pan around, nice shots, but they don't look good in high def. I don't know why. I guess they couldn't. The rest of the movie looks fine, but those opening shots don't look great. It's just a shame because it's beautiful shots, but it's
weird.
Like I said, weird movie.
What would you rate it?
I'm gonna The Shining 9 out of 10.
9.
It's good stuff. They did a television miniseries version. It was closer to the book. They said. I didn't read the book, so I don't know. All right, The Shining, Jack Nicholson.
Real quick before we move on to your next, it was just announced that the Nintendo Switch presentation will last roughly 1 hour.
Of course.
So.
Of course. Okay, next two movies is a combo. Bill and Ted. You ever seen Bill and Ted? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? And Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which is a sequel. Even know what it is.
Nope.
You don't know what Bill and Ted is. This is a cult classic. Movie from my childhood. First one came out in 1989. Keanu Reeves.
First thing that pops up is Kill Bill.
No, not doing Kill Bill. That's my second favorite movie of all time. Bill and Ted, cult movie. One I saw from my childhood many times. I thought it was hilarious as a kid.
Nope, this does not ring a bell at all.
Oh my gosh, you don't know this movie. Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you about Bill and Ted. It is a goofy movie that makes really no sense whatsoever.
They're making another one?
They're talking about doing a third one, yeah. They'd like to. Basically about these two idiot teenagers who are from California, and they talk funny. They're like excellent, bodacious, like the Ninja Turtles. But
They had a TV series too.
can I?
Sorry.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up. You butthole. There are these two bumbling idiots, and they're failing a history class, right?
Okay.
And if they fail, Ted's dad's going to send them off to a military school in Alaska. And they're in this band called the Wild Stallions. And they always go, no. Whenever they're excited, they go, no. They do this air guitar thing. It's Keanu Reeves as Ted, and the other guy is Alex Winters, which I don't think I've seen him in anything. He's Bill. Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan. That's how they present themselves to people.
The guy who plays what? You said you haven't seen it in anything?
Alex Winters. I haven't seen him in anything else. So they're failing history, but it turns out that in the future, in the year 2688, the whole world revolves around Bill and Ted's music. In fact, they're worshipped as gods. So this guy from the future, played by George Carlin, his name is Rufus. He travels back in time to help them pass this history report, right? And they travel in time using a phone booth. Why a phone booth? It's never explained at all. So he travels back in time, tells them what they need to do. So they get in this phone booth and they travel to all these different eras of history, and they collect different people like Napoleon. Well, Napoleon actually gets stuck in the present, and he hangs out with Ted's younger brother, and it's funny. Yeah, and he can't speak English. That was the cool thing about this movie that they got right, was that a lot of the characters can't speak English. Which I'm surprised they did, because this movie's goofy as heck. Well, they get Napoleon, they get Socrates, what they call Socrates, and that guy is freaking hilarious. He makes these funny faces, like at one point they all go to jail, and he's sitting there getting his picture taken, and the picture flash. He doesn't know what it is because he's from ancient Greece. The picture flashes, and he makes these funny. They freaking cracks me up every time. This guy, he doesn't speak English either. Well, they get Billy the Kid, they get Beethoven, they call him Beethoven. They get Abraham Lincoln, they get Joan of Arc, Genghis Khan, Sigmund Freud, and they're all traveling in this phone booth through time and stuff. The first couple of characters they kind of spend a little bit of time.
I was going to see like Doctor Who with
It's
the
a
phone
comedy
booth thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Was Doctor Who first, or was that first?
Doctor Who was first. That's way old.
When it was like a reference.
No, they never
that.
said in the special features.
Huh.
They were going to use a van first, but there was too many similarities to Back to the Future, so they decided not to use a van.
Well, nowadays,
And the
if you do that
director,
again.
the director said let's use a phone booth. That's what that is. But they get all the first couple of people, they kind of spend a little bit of time in that era, but then the later people they just kind of grab and the montage. But the actors that play all these characters are fantastic. They're freaking funny. Every single one of them. They're such a great group. So much so that my only problem with the movie is that it's too short and that they don't have enough scenes. When they get everyone together, they kind of go to the mall. Like Bill and Ted just treat them like normal people. Like they don't. That's what makes them funny. Bill and Ted are like two of the most positive characters you will ever see. Nothing seems to get them down, especially when they died in the second one. They think it's a good time. They go to hell. But anyway,
spoil that.
Well, it's not. It's the whole point of the movie. Well, I'll get to that. This is the first one. Well, they take him to the mall, and you're like, oh, well, here's this store, here's this store, here, sit there, here. We're going to go do this. You guys stay here, they don't. And then they all kind of go off their own ways, each character, and they kind of get into trouble and stuff like that. But the weird thing about the movie is that they muck up, they take all these characters, no change, they don't mess up the timeline. Like, there's no Rufus says, oh, you can do whatever you want. It's like, what? So nothing happens. Napoleon gets stuck. He doesn't travel with them. He's the first guy that comes through, but he gets stuck in the present. And he goes to the mall, and he finds this water park and loves it. That guy was funny,
it's weird,
too.
because on the poster it
He
said
goes
history is
bowling.
about to be rewritten.
Isn't that we're written by two guys who can't spell. That's the tagline.
Yeah.
History's by two guys who can't spell. They're great characters, Bill and Ted. They really are. They're freaking ignorant and dumb, but they're really positive. Nothing gets them down, even when they're going through all this crap. And there's like, no way. The way they talk is funny. But anyway, but they do this interesting thing that I don't think I've seen in any other time travel type movie.
Okay.
Is they will, and it's kind of a cheat, a story writing cheat too. Like, I'll give you an example. Throughout the movie, Ted's dad, he's a police officer, Ted's dad, and he's missing his keys throughout the whole movie.
Okay.
He can't find them. Well, eventually all the guys go to jail because they were in the mall running around, getting into trouble. And Bill and Ted have to get him out of jail. Well, they need his dad's keys. And they're like, sitting there thinking, how are we going to get them because they're missing? Well, they're like, well, why don't we tell ourselves at some point in the future we're going to go back in time, steal the keys, and we're going to put them where we're standing right now. And so they look down, and there's the keys. And they do it a couple of times in the movie. Like, well, like they'll be, okay, well, let's get a tape recorder in the future. We'll put it in this corner, and we'll tape you telling your dad to come here. And all of a sudden, we'll set your timer and do it at this certain time. I don't know if I've ever seen a time travel. I guess it makes sense, theoretically.
Theoretically,
at some point, as long as they have to do it in the future.
But the thing is, it should already be there.
That's what it is. That's why they look down and the keys are there.
It just pops in, or it's already there. What do you like? You say it just pops in?
No, they don't see it popping in. They just sort of look down, or they'll wait, and then the tape recorder comes on. Well, obviously it has to pop in.
See, I think...
Well, there was a trash can that materialized.
Oh, okay.
Sort of. I don't know. It's wonky the way
stuff like that has happened in time travel stories. They just never been like brought up, like not talked about, like they were doing.
Well,
something were happening,
they plan it.
They plan ahead where it's like something were happen like in the past, like that you see something happening, you're like, what the heck happened there? And then later on you find out through time travel is why that happened, but you don't, like, it's never said, explained. It's just kind of there for you to catch.
Right, but it was nothing was planned. Planned to affect the present, to help you out. That's what they did. They were smart enough to figure that out, though. But it has its really funny moments. I thought it's a charming, cute little movie. But if it's ever on TV and you're bored, check it out, because it's quite amusing. I must say, watching it again for the first time in a long time, it is quite amusing. Now, the sequel is a different story. The movie did well enough that they decided to do a sequel. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
No, were both of these theatrical ones?
Yeah.
Or was the second one like a DVD release?
No, 1991 is when the second one came out.
VHS, video, whatever.
No, well, the first one was going to go straight to video. They didn't think it was going to do well. The studio didn't. They managed, and it was a surprise hit. Well. Anyway, for the second movie, they wanted to do something completely different. But I think it's one of the worst sequels ever made. The original idea, well, in the sequel, they die and go to hell. In heaven.
Okay.
Original idea they had was that they were going to travel through literature stories, that they were failing in English. The original idea. And they were going to jump through different stories like Romeo and Juliet. I think that idea would have been great.
All right.
But they didn't want to do the same thing over again, so they just decided to do something completely different. So what happens in the second one is that this evil guy from the future hates Bill and Ted. So he sends these two evil Bill and Ted robots, not those. Those are the good robots. The evil robots look exactly like Bill and Ted. Okay. So he sends these two evil Bill and Teds who act exactly like Bill and Ted, except they're evil. So imagine that. It's kind of goofy. So they go back, manage to kill Bill and Ted, and take over their lives. Bill and Ted then meet Death, played by William Sadler, who was the bad guy in True Lies, Die Hard 2. And he's the president in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was president. Oh. William Sadler. He does a great job as Death. He has this weird accent.
Grim Reaper.
And they play board games with him because the only way they can get out of being dead is to challenge him to a contest. So they pick all these board games like Battleship and stuff, and they beat him. You know,
what the heck?
So when they go to hell at one point, and they have all these weird... It's weird. Then they go to heaven. Then they have to find this scientist to make good robots. Their reasoning was that the only way to stop the bad robots was to make good robots of themselves. That was their reasoning. So they find these alien scientists in heaven called Station. It's the stupidest, weirdest freaking thing. Well, they managed to, win at the end, and then you figure out why their music was so because at the end of the first movie they never really explain why the whole world revolves around them, why they're worshipped in the future. Second movie ends, they kind of explain how, but the second one's really not funny, not that funny at all. I didn't laugh too much, and it's just bizarre, really. But yeah, they're talking about doing a third one. They want to do a third one. I think they're in the process of getting it made now. They haven't started filming, I don't think.
The thing on IMDb, all it said was that the script is under
the two guys.
Not
but
under
this
wraps.
was
I guess under wraps would be the right word. Like it's not wrapped up. It's just under.
They're still.
Yeah.
This was a new Blu-ray collection. Just came out a couple months ago. Shout Factory again. Shout Factory's been doing awesome Blu-ray.
Blu-ray of the Mario
Brothers is getting ultimate Blu-ray release. Did you hear about that? Mario Brothers movie.
No, not the movie.
Is getting a re-release.
Talking about the cartoon.
Shout Factory. They're the one. They re-released G.I. Joe. They got the license to G.I. Joe a couple years ago and did the complete series.
I think that'd be cool to see that. That's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Mario. A lot of special features on here.
I don't really care about them.
Anyway. It has all the old DVD special features, but it also has two brand new not documentaries. Interviews. Well, it has commentaries too. Interviews. It's an hour each for each movie, which actually Keanu and a lot of the people were involved. Keanu was actually involved. He wasn't involved in any DVD special features, but he was involved in the new stuff that they did. So,
did you rate both of them? I don't think you did.
I rate both of them. Yeah, Bill and Ted, the first one, I'm gonna give an 8.
Okay.
Second one, 3, 4.
3.
I don't know. It's
that is
really
your
not,
first one. That is like.
I mean,
whoa.
It's not good. It's not funny, I think, is what the problem was. I mean, the characters, they're still Bill and Ted, and they're still great, but I didn't think it was funny. Except for the Reaper sometimes, the way he talked. You sank my battleship. That's the way he talked. You have to look it up, the way he said
if they make a third one, maybe it'll be better.
I doubt it. Because what made the first one was all the historical figures. They were hilarious. The actors that played them were great. It restarted. I don't know what you did.
I don't know what I did, but there was a bird that was on a thing there. That was creepy looking.
Special features are great. One of the special features was how to air guitar. Do you realize they had air guitar championships? So they had the champion of air guitar. I'm like, was this a real thing? They were talking about like it's a real freaking serious thing. This guy and this other guy.
Doesn't surprise me.
Like, oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Air guitar. And they show them, it's like, how easy is that? Anyone can get up there and freaking act like an idiot and whatever. But yeah, they had a cartoon. I thought they had a cartoon, so I looked it up. And the first season was only 13 episodes, but Keanu and Alex and George Carlin actually all did
the
voices, which I thought was cool. Second season, it was all different people. They actually did a live action show. It was all different cast. And those people did the voices for the second season.
That's stupid.
So, yeah. When I was watching one on YouTube just because I was curious.
Yeah.
And I freaking laughed because they were playing their music and Bill's dad, it was too loud. He comes out. It's like, you guys need to turn it down. You can hear that stuff all the way in Australia. And Bill and Ted kind of pause and they go, excellent. And I just started cracking. That's Bill and Ted for you. They just sing the positive and everything. Okay. I think there was only 3 movies. All right, moving on to the comics. I finished Uncanny Avengers. I talked about that a little bit. Yeah. The bulk of that book was this epic storyline involving the Apocalypse Twins. Ended up the Earth got destroyed. It's one of those. I can't tell you how many times the Earth or the universe gets destroyed. Somebody has to go back in time, or it gets rewritten. Like, how many times can you do this freaking story? Over and over. It's usually 2 characters. Rogue and Scarlet Witch died before it happened. I think Captain America died too. But what happened was all the mutants were transported off to another planet because these people were trying to save the mutants. The Apocalypse Twins were trying to save all the mutants. So they got transported them all to this other planet. Well, Havoc and Wasp, they managed to travel back in time. Wolverine and all them go back in time and save everything. Whatever. But then it ended on a cliffhanger. The Red Skull became Red Onslaught, which was a '90s storyline. But that gets resolved in a miniseries which I don't have yet. So.
Okay.
But overall, the book was great. Like I said before, it's just that stupid time. I hate time travel. Alternate universes and time travel and stuff. Marvel has been doing that way too much lately. Way too much. It seems like every freaking thing. The Spider-Verse. Freaking they did Spider-Verse. Did you hear about Spider-Verse?
No, I don't.
Every single Spider-Man. Spider-Man had to team up with all the Spider-Man from all these alternate realities.
Was it like 50?
Because this guy, Moreland, was killing off all the Spider-Man in each reality. In fact, interestingly enough, one of them was the Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man. There was a short one-page story with his kids playing the Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay.
And Moreland enters the screen and kills the Spider-Man. And the kid's like, what just happened? I thought that was fantastic.
What?
Yeah. I thought that was cool that they actually... I mean,
so if he's not in Infinite, then we know why.
Oh, he is. See, so it's not canon
How do you know?
to that. He's gonna be in it. Well, if you're following the thing, I guess you're right. He shouldn't be dead. If you're following the true canon...
Which game was it? Was it kind of obvious which game it was?
No. It didn't really. That was artwork, comic artwork. It wasn't like the game artwork. But he teams up with he teams up with the old Japanese. There was an old Japanese Spider-Man TV show back in like the 70s, and that guy was in it with his big giant.
What about the newer Spider-Man voiced by Drake Bell?
I think he was in it. Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon one was in it. Spider-Ham was in it. I think they kind of mentioned the movie Spider-Man in one story, but they couldn't say
which one.
Both.
Oh, okay.
But they couldn't exactly say.
Right.
They had to kind of... I forget exactly what happened there. But man, that was a mess.
This is probably before Civil War, right?
The movie?
Yeah. So they couldn't really kind of reference that.
Yeah, it was before. But it just seems like Marvel was getting way into that. It seems like every book was doing some sort of stupid... it was cool back in the day when they first...
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to do it every freaking time. Like Age of Ultron, the comic book store was an alternate thing.
Like, have like one or two different universes.
I don't even want to do... 50. Well, they don't. They're all dead now, the incursions.
Oh.
All the universes... Well, they can do new ones.
Yeah.
Most of them are gone. Believe it or not. I don't know. Even that was rewritten. But I said no. This is it. They destroy the Marvel Universe. I'm done. I'm cutting it off there. Anyway, okay. Link to the Past. Comic.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. You played the game again?
No. The manga that came out in 1992 in the Nintendo Power magazines.
From what I saw, weird.
It followed the basic plot.
Did it?
Like, he had to get the 3 pendants before he got the... There were no real dungeons. Like, he didn't go through... Like, the places were there, but it wasn't like he had to go through a whole dungeon and get to the boss.
Right.
No, he would go to that place and then fight one creature or something and get the pendant and move on to... There were extra characters that pad out the story. Right. I guess they had to.
Like that thing? That guy?
Rome. His name was Rome. He was basically there to give him the arrow to kill Ganon at the end. The artwork reminded me a little bit of Studio Ghibli. Like, it was almost like if Studio Ghibli did Zelda, it would almost be like this a little bit.
People wanted that for a while.
I know, because after seeing that teaser thing, oh my gosh, like, that's perfect. But Link has a personality. He's kind of goofy. Like, some of the artwork.
Personally, I don't think they gave Link a personality until Wind Waker.
He's very similar to that, except talks.
Oh, okay.
I think. Kind of goofy.
Well, no, because I guess he technically had a personality in the cartoon. But
he's not like really that.
Do you really count that?
Yeah, it's a personality. He wasn't like that guy. He wasn't.
Yeah,
he wasn't sarcastic. But they mentioned things that aren't in any. Like, they mentioned his parents. They mentioned his parents. The parents are dead, I guess.
The only time in the games that his parents are mentioned is the beginning of Ocarina of Time, saying that his mother dropped him off in the forest. And then, like,
his parents are kind of in as ghosts at one point. I forget what. What the heck that was about? Because his uncle was in the game. His uncle was saying about his parents. But I'm surprised about at some of the things that are in later games. Like at one point in this comic, a fairy follows him around and joins him.
Oh,
The Zora's mask.
yeah.
This Zora puts a mask on him to disguise him in the dark world.
Yeah.
And then the moon has a face in the dark world. Just sort of like...
Majora's Mask.
One thing that puzzled me, there's items in the comic that aren't in the game. There's something that he uses to talk to Sahasrara that's not in the game. It had a weird name. I forget what it's called now. Cool. Something fork. Something fork. I can't remember. And he has a glider. He has a glider in the comic to get around.
Well, maybe he has that in Breath of the Wild. So...
Well, they mentioned something about bird people had this. They made us think. There's the librarian is a character in the comic book.
I wonder if Breath of the Wild is connected to this, only because that they released it now with Breath of the Wild, and we have all these bird people.
This is 92.
I know.
Well, Skyward
Sword. They could always go back and read and be like, hey, let's do something with this.
Well, I don't know. Because they show, in this, Ganon, they show his human form. In this, they explain that Ganondorf, I don't even think his name was Ganondorf, was a thief, and he just looked like a stocky, fat human with a beard. And he found the Triforce, and he entered the sacred realm and became a pig. Because when you enter the sacred realm,
you turn into
an animal. Because Link was a bunny in the game, he was a beast in this.
Oh, that's why we saw the wolf thing.
And Ganon was a pig. That explains why he was a pig. There's not 7 maidens. There's only like 3 in this book. I don't know why.
Probably just to shorten the length of it.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick read. I mean, read it in pretty much an hour. It wasn't. I mean, I like the artwork a lot. I think some of it looks like Ganon's castle looks like a moon with.
Is that
some
what
of the places were pretty neat looking. Yeah, it was Ganon's castle. And for one odd thing about it was that bombs were not called bombs. They looked like grenades, and they were called fire corn. Fire.
So that's what that fairy holding a grenade was?
Yeah, she took it off. You know that guy in the dark with the eye, and he throws bombs.
Yeah.
That's that guy. He had a bunch of grenades.
What are they, Cyclopses or what?
I don't know, they had names in the... But it was an interesting read. It was kind of neat.
Well, the only other thing I want to say about that is because of the glider thing, which is why I'm making the reference to Breath of the Wild, only because in the original trailers of Breath of the Wild, it had him use the sailcloth that it had from Skyward Sword.
Though. He had an actual glider in this comic, like wings went out to here.
And then if you watch the recent trailers, it's actually him with a glider, a hand glider. So they switched it to that for some reason. Yeah. So I don't know why.
Maybe we'll see a Moon Ganon's castle too. And a fairy name.
We haven't seen Ganon's castle. We've just seen the Calamity Ganon and Hyrule Castle.
I haven't seen any Calamity Ganon.
In the trailer, the smoke that's involved is they call it Calamity Ganon.
They're copying off of Lost.
And did you see the one picture?
No, I don't look at any of that stuff. I want to be surprised.
Well, there's a picture of Hyrule Town. And it looks exactly like it does from Twilight Princess. Like, to the T, with the flag and the center fountain.
Moving on.
And Beetle.
Yeah, I heard about Beetle. The Beatles. Alright, I got 2 video games. Last Guardian. I finished.
Yay, finally. How'd you like your last generation game?
It's unique and different.
I've heard mixed
things. It's an
things.
Experience, let me tell you.
I've heard mixed things.
Did I talk about it last week? I did, didn't I?
I think you brought it up a little bit, but...
Yeah, because I said about the barrels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I finished it, and I don't really quite explain much that's going on. I don't even know what to say about this game. I freaking loved Shadow of the Colossus, and I think this game was kind of a mix of that and Eco, because you climb on Trico.
Yeah.
I just realized Trico. Huh. You climb on him like a Colossus, sort of. But yeah, the controls sometimes were quite frustrating. Like getting off of him was the hardest. It was annoyingly hard. Like because you automatically would latch onto him if you're in the air.
Okay.
So if you jump, sometimes you can't jump. Sometimes you would jump back on him, and yeah, there were times I died needlessly. Like one time he sometimes will grab you and kind of flip you onto his back. Well, I accidentally fell, and he didn't even save me. Sometimes he saves you. It's a very interesting game. Really, it is.
One of the positives that I've seen about it, besides the graphics, is that the AI for Trico is like pretty much like an animal.
Yeah,
like it's really
because
good.
of that. You got to be patient.
Yeah,
sometimes he doesn't do what you tell him to do, or you have to tell him multiple times.
Like a real.
Sometimes
animal.
he knows. Like if you get, he knows where to go. Sometimes if you get on his back, he'll jump. Sometimes you have to. He has to jump to the next area because you can't. And sometimes you have to point him in the way. There's this one spot where you have to get him to swim underwater. It took me a while to figure it out, but it was tough. Sometimes, the game doesn't really give you much clue as to what to do. You have to kind of look around and think, okay, this is where I got to go. And those stupid armor guys that come at you, they're kind of annoying too. But the game isn't too hard. The ending is weird. Like you go to this, like there's no explanation for. It was a touching ending, though. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
That's what I've heard about those games. That all the endings are usually pretty touching and
emotional, or and weird. And Shadow of the Colossus is weird. I don't think I liked it as much as I thought I would. Just probably because of Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, okay.
Because of how good that was.
They should just make another one like that.
A sequel.
Yeah. With more
just
Colossi.
the idea that was.
The Colossus
originally they were going to have 48 Colossus.
Isn't there only 10?
16.
16?
They were going to have 48.
48?
Because there was a Did You Know Gaming on Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, okay.
I watched. They said it was going to be like 48. Then it dropped down to 20-some, and then they got cut down to 16. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that game would have taken forever. That game was just laid out so perfectly.
I guess people's only complaint about that one is lack of stuff to do in the big world besides the
fruit, which I didn't even know about until halfway through, that you could extend your life and grip meter. Geckos and fruit is what you would search for. But you're right, it's a huge world.
Yeah.
I mean, they built places that have no point.
Yeah.
I mean, which is kind of neat, but at the same time, it's like most video games aren't like the same thing with this one. The only thing you look for is barrels that he eats.
See, that's the thing with open world games. You need to make it so that way people want to explore.
Well, the fruit and the weed made you want to explore.
Yeah. That's partially like bringing it back. Partially why I'm worried about the Wild, because I hope there's stuff to do in this big world.
That's a completely different game.
It's still open world. That's the point.
Well,
there needs to be stuff to do in the giant open space.
Well,
otherwise,
like
people are going to get bored and not want to see everything.
I'm sure they got it taken care of. Last Guardian, I'd probably give it a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus, 10.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That game is something else. Okay, and that was a Christmas present. I downloaded. Have you ever heard of this game called Inside? I noticed on IGN that they gave this game a 10. 10 out of 10. Called Inside. I watched the trailer for it. It looked so. It was the one that's independent.
Okay. Like
side-scrolling.
Indie game?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a side-scrolling. But the art direction and stuff, like that trailer, I thought, oh my gosh, this game looks fantastic. But I was curious about it, and I got that PlayStation Store card from Mom, so I bought it, $20.
Oh, she gave you a PlayStation Store card?
Yeah, I was surprised. Thank God, 'cause I wanted to play this game. I just finished it today.
Okay.
And, well, let me just tell you there's no story. Okay. There are no cutscenes. There are no dialogue. Yep, that's what it looks like. No cutscenes, no dialogue whatsoever. There's no levels. There's not even really checkpoints, but there's it's divided into checkpoints. I mean, you don't see the checkpoint.
Right.
You get to a certain spot, the game saves. Dude, and you can load back.
Kind of weird looking.
Yeah, it's neat. You start off in the woods and you're just running. There's no levels. You are literally running at the beginning of the game to the very end of that game. You are running. What you're running through and what you're doing, I'm not quite sure what. But the backgrounds and stuff, oh my goodness, it's freaking cool. Like you're hiding from stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's some sort of complex farm/farm. They're like experimenting on people, and there's like these. There's certain points in the game where you encounter these sort of mindless puppet-like people, and you can control them.
I like that.
Yeah, these guys, and they'll grab you and they'll throw you up. It's a puzzle game. So at points there's puzzles to get out of a room and stuff, and some of the puzzles are really neat the way they're thought out. It's not hard. It's not a hard game at all. I think I only had to look up something maybe once or twice. There are these hidden orbs in the game. Each one's a trophy. I got all the trophies. I got 100%. No platinum though. Boo. But all you do is run. All you do is run, jump, and grab stuff. That's all you do in the game. Sometimes you have to hide from things in the background.
So it's simple, but
deep. There's no real music in the game. It's just ambience, sort of. Sometimes you got to run from dogs and people in the background. Like the backgrounds are so cool. But today those freaking mermaid, those things in the water, those things are creepy. They grab you and you die. I don't know what that is.
That's not.
But the last few chapters of this game were amazing. At one point, it changes slightly, and it's freaking awesome. And then, but there's no story. You get to the very end of the game, and there's a super secret ending that I did today. And I was reading about this game online. It's not even really an ending. It's not an ending. There's no cutscenes. Like I said, there's absolutely not one cutscene in this game. Not one thing of dialogue.
Okay.
But I was reading about some. See, I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't played it. But it's a fantastic game. Oh my goodness, it's just.
Would you also give it a 10?
Oh my gosh, yeah. But I've never played anything quite like it. I mean, serious. I mean, I've played a lot of side-scrolling games in my life, but this just takes it to a whole new level.
Would you call yourself a side-scroller or a 3D
Oh, I don't know.
Like, what do you prefer?
I don't really know.
Don't know.
I like them both equally.
Okay.
But this was great. Answer. This was just...
Are you big on the indie scene?
I've never really played. This is probably my first indie game.
Because I wanted to ask you...
It's deep, very deep game. What?
If you've ever been interested in playing like Shantae. Because I know one was just got released.
I will play the ones that get good. Like, that got a 10 out of 10 on IGN. Something gets a 10 out of 10, I'm going to probably play it if it looks cool. I'll watch the trailer, and this game looked neat.
Yeah.
I would suggest downloading it and playing it.
And usually indie games are fairly cheap, right?
It's $20.
Okay.
$20 is not that long, but boy, is it an experience. Those last couple of chapters, I'm telling you, I wasn't expecting. I didn't know what. Still don't really know what was going on in that game, but man, it was well made, really well made.
Well, that's good.
Inside, it's called. I don't even know why it's called Inside.
Because you're inside the complex, maybe?
It's a huge complex, and there's parts of it don't make any sense. Like, there's one part where this thing in something, and sometimes the backgrounds are pretty murky, but there's something shooting sound waves or something. It goes boom, and it stops, then you gotta run, and you gotta hide, because this thing will kill you, the sound waves. Like, I don't even know what that was. Some sort of experimental facility.
It's weird. It's probably because you're inside that. So it's called Inside.
Cool puzzles, though. Some of the puzzles are really neat. Especially when you control the other guys.
Oh, okay.
Like, you'll get into this thing, and then you'll control this guy in the background. And there's one point where you have to, the guy in the background has to get into a thing and control another guy. Cool stuff, man. I finished it today, and it was just like, oh, wow. The ending of that game was just amazing. Last 15 minutes of that game. Was like, oh, wow. Okay, I'll stop. 10 out of 10. All right, I have one CD. David Gray.
Okay.
At AC Moore, when I worked there, the radio station played a couple of songs of his, and I really liked them. And I kind of kept them in the back of my mind. So they released their new greatest hits a couple months ago. So I put it on my wish list. I bought it with my Christmas money. I usually take chances. If I hear, a couple of songs I like by somebody, sometimes I'll try to buy, see if I like the rest. And I really like, he's kind of laid back, like a singer-songwriter type of laid back music. It almost sounds like a modern Van Morrison a little bit, but good stuff. I'm not disappointed at all by it. I think the first disc is all his hits. I think the second disc is all stuff he chose to put on there. Like, it's all slower stuff. A couple of live. It was a live track. Like, it's slower, more acoustic stuff. I mean, he is kind of acoustic, but he had other instruments like piano and stuff in the other songs. Second disc was all like, I didn't care for the liner notes. Like, there's no year. I have no idea what years these songs are from. I have no idea. Apparently, this guy has been around for 25 years. I didn't even realize it. I wish the book and the CD would have had a little more information about the song, like the year, the one little blurb that he wrote in there, but that's it. Kind of wish there was a little more in there, but not bad. I really like it. That's it. That's all my reviews.
That's all your reviews?
Recommended Inside and The Shining. Bill and Ted, if you want to chuckle. Watch it on TV, though.
Why?
I don't know if you want to buy it, if you haven't seen it. I want to see Socrates' beef oven. Like, there's one point where they bring all the guys to Bill's house, and his mom's only like a couple years older than him, which is a joke in the movie. And that part's really funny, because at one point, Ted's like, hey, you remember, he always brings up the fact that his mom's kind of cute, and Bill's like, shut up, Ted, He's like, hey, you remember that time I asked her to the prom? Shut up, Ted! But they're trying to disguise the fact that they took all these people from history, but it's pretty obvious. Oh, and they're trying to change their names, but they don't do a very good job. So they're like, oh, this is Dave Beethoven, and this is Bob Genghis Khan. It's like, duh. Oh, it's wow. Those two guys are goofy. I wish they would have had a regular TV show. I think they would have had a funny actual TV show. I think that concept would have been better as a TV show. All those characters mingling together. Oh my god, that would have been great.
I could see that.
Wasted opportunity. I mean, they did a cartoon. They went,
right.
But I wanted to see these actors. These actors just interacted really well. Okay, I'm
done. The guy who played Bill, was it? The one that you said you're not sure what he does? I looked it up on IMDb. He does a lot more directing than he does acting. Yeah. So, there's that.
Keanu Reeves, we all know.
Yeah.
He became big.
All right.
Wow.
Next is your Marvel zone. So.
Well, I kind of did the comics.
Okay.
Sorry, that was part of it.
Okay.
I don't have anything else to talk about there.
We got options. Well, actually, no. There's another question for you before we do our options. Are you looking forward or even interested in the slightest to ukulele?
No.
Really?
Not really.
No? Did you like Banjo-Kazooie?
From what I remember, it's been a long time since I played that.
So you're not going to give it a chance?
If it gets good reviews. See, somebody reimagined Banjo-Kazooie as Mario RPG style.
I saw a picture of it.
I saw. What the
I was like,
people are weird.
What are you going to do?
People have a lot of time on their hands.
Did you see that somebody released a demo of the Kokiri Forest and the Deku Dungeon in the Unreal 4 engine? Yeah. You could actually play it.
Saw something on that. I've seen a lot of stuff from those people that do
apparently I know it's a rumor, but one of the rumors is the fact that the Switch is going to have the Unreal Engine. Like, the Unreal Engine can work on the Switch.
That was a rumor. Wasn't that confirmed?
Was it confirmed? Well, if it was confirmed, then great.
Well, Breath of the Wild doesn't look like that, does it?
That's because it's not the style they're going for Breath of the Wild.
And then we'll wait 10 years for the next Zelda game.
Ocarina HD.
I've been wanting that for years now.
I know.
I've been saying that. No, we got a 3DS freaking remake. It's not even HD.
It still looks better. So,
it does.
we have two options here. We can either move on to our list thing, or we can do our eating.
Well, let's do the eating. I'm curious about this.
All right. So, we got two more segments for you guys today. First, we're going to do our taste test. We originally were going to do these things called grape leaves.
We are going to do them.
Thankfully, my store sold out of them.
No.
So, we didn't get to do that. So, today, we're doing something that we're probably both going to like because... Finally.
Dry, man. I don't need milk.
No. So
get Sebby's milk there.
Ew. No, that's disgusting. So today we're going to try Captain Crunch's. It's new. Captain Crunch's Sprinkled Donut Crunch.
You should have opened it before.
So we always have this problem. We always open it up and it's like crinkling in the microphone. But that's half the fun, right? You guys like hearing our crinkled mess. Probably not, but oh well. Okay. They're big.
Cartoon now. Are they?
They're bigger than I thought they were going to be.
No, they're not bigger.
Really?
That's exactly what I thought they were going to be.
Okay, well, got two. So we're going to try these Sprinkled Donut Crunch. We're going to see how they are. You ready?
Hold up, man. Let me get one.
Oh, you're going to do a whole
I got a whole handful here.
Oh, boy, let me add one more then. All right, we're going to start then in 3, 2, 1.
Here, what? Listen to the crunching.
Cookie Crisp.
Is that what it is?
That's what it tastes like. It tastes like Cookie Crisp. I don't mind it. It's like Cookie Crisp with sweet. Like it's sweet too.
I kind of taste the Captain Crunchy part. That sort of taste.
Really?
Yeah. Like the not regular. A little bit. Not bad. It'd probably be good in milk and wetness.
Milk and wetness.
I don't eat cereal dry. That's not bad. I'm going to have to buy a box next time I need cereal.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, he's doing a dragon punch when he comes up. What's his face? Little Mac. Watch. There's Kirby flying in there. Well, let's see.
This is the title screen for
NES Remix 2 is on the screen. Because I was playing the heck out of it here. Where is he at? Come back up. It's all random crap now. No, I thought this was in some set order, but it doesn't seem like it is. Ooh, look at Toad come flying in. He hasn't been back up. Who's that girl? And Luigi jumps up with his golf club. What the heck, man? Come on, where is he now?
Where's DDD?
This isn't even funny.
It knows you're waiting
for
something.
Why don't you tell them what we're going to do next? Even there's a thing with legs. Eggplant with legs.
That's from Kitticards.
Tell them what we're going to do next.
Okay, so.
There he is. See? Dragon Punch.
He's really big for some reason. Okay, let me stop eating these. They're pretty good. Alright, so. Our next and final segment that we got here is something a little different. We went through our Wii U log thingy-majigger, and we compiled the games that we played the most. Activity log. Games that we played the most.
By hours.
Our top 10.
Right.
I have more than 10. What does yours go up to? What number did
10. I only wrote, but I only did number them.
Up to 10? Okay. Then we'll just do 10. If a game comes up that you've played that I played that is on my list, I might tell you what number it is unless it's in my top 10. So, okay, let us just go with this and start with number 10. You want to go first, Chris?
My number 10 is Mario Kart 8.
Okay.
13 hours.
That's it?
Yeah.
Man.
That's it. 13 hours.
Was those fun 13 hours?
Well, yeah, that's the best Mario Kart.
Yeah, okay.
Ever.
My number 10 is, this is surprising actually, Lego Jurassic World. For some reason, I spent 29 hours and 21 minutes.
Your lowest game is 29 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, the lowest game that is in my top 10.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lego Jurassic World.
Okay,
is number
Lego
10.
Jurassic World. And we're doing virtual console games?
Well, they're added to it.
I had it's in my list. So.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, no virtual console games really made my list because they were all
I have
under.
a lot. I have not a lot, but I have some here.
Like they're on the list, they're just under the 10. Like here, for example, I'll just say this one: Paper Mario was number 12. That was at 26 hours and 8 minutes.
We're doing 10.
Okay, so number 9 for me is Paper Mario Color Splash at 31 hours and 43 minutes.
I had a tie
For number 9, okay.
between Mario 64 DS and Mario RPG. 15 hours each.
Oh my. Well, here's my thing for Mario 64 DS. Oh wait, no, that was just Mario 64 regular.
Oh,
sorry, that was 9 hours and 32 minutes. But okay. Moving on to number 8. Go ahead.
Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Just 16 hours.
Even?
What do you mean even?
You had no minutes in there?
I didn't
Oh,
put the minutes in.
I did.
I didn't.
Only because the next one's kind of funny for me. Number 8 for me is Sonic Lost World at an even 38 hours. I don't know how I managed
Really?
that. Yeah. I don't know how I managed that, but that's pretty cool. Alright. Number 7 for me is Splatoon at a 41 hours and 2 minutes.
Mario 3D World.
Okay.
17 hours.
Was Mario 3D World even on mine? Yeah.
Probably.
It wasn't in my top 10, but it was number 13 at 26 hours and 44 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on to 6 then for you.
6, Tropical Freeze. Donkey Kong. 18 hours.
Tropical Freeze was my 11. It just beat out by literally like 3 hours.
Yeah.
My Tropical Freeze is 26 hours. But number 6 for mine is Twilight Princess HD, actually, at 46 hours and 3 minutes. So, number 5 for mine is Wind Waker HD at 63 hours and 29 minutes.
Oh, jeez. My number 5 is Minish Cap.
Oh, wow.
18. Oh, wait, no. That tied with Tropical Freeze. That was 18. I screwed that up.
Oh, Christ, way to go.
Oh, wait. Okay, so...
You basically just moved
that was
everything up.
6.
So whatever your 11 was is your number 10.
Well, that would have been... 11 would have been... Looks like a tie between Castlevania Circle of the Moon and Yoshi's Island. 11 hours.
Yoshi's Island DS?
No.
Oh, okay, GBA. Okay.
Okay.
Huh. So we're at what, number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Wind Waker HD.
At?
28 hours.
Man, your hours are low compared to mine.
Well, I beat it. Stop. Unless it took you that long to beat it. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm like getting everything.
I'm
exploring
everything.
So plus with Wind Waker HD, the 63 hours, you also have to remember that I did stream that when it came out, remember?
So?
I streamed it in 24 hours. And then I did another playthrough myself, and then I did the second playthrough. So that's 3 playthroughs right there. My number 4 is Mario Kart 8 at a whopping 65 hours and 25 minutes. But you also have to remember, we do a lot of racing here on mine. Like multiplayer stuff. So, yeah. So that's my number 4. My number 3 is actually Mario Maker. And this doesn't surprise me. At 86 hours and 1 minute. So, yeah, what's your number 3?
Twilight Princess.
Okay.
33 hours.
It was definitely a longer game. My number 2 is Super Smash Bros.
Oh, wait, there was a tie word with Mario Kart. New Super Mario Brothers was 13 hours as well.
See, I didn't even put New Super Mario Bros. On here because it was so low. And
hour-wise,
it's like under 10, I'm pretty sure.
Really? I had 13 hours on that sucker.
No, if anything under 10, I actually didn't bother putting on the list. Except for 2 games, which was Captain Toad.
Oh,
which
wait.
was 9 hours.
had another one tied at 7. Bayonetta at 17 hours with Mario World. Mario 3D World. Bayonetta, 17.
I was wondering if that was going to show up on your list.
Tied with 7. I'm sorry. Yeah. These ties are kind of spread out here.
No, you're fine.
Or it's 2.
2 is Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
For me, and mine's probably going to beat yours. At 289 hours and 20 minutes.
I had Smash Bros. 116 hours.
Okay. Number 1 is... Oh my gosh, it's so obvious what this one is.
I didn't even think of this. I don't even know why.
Is ours the same?
It should be.
Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah.
Okay, what was your hours at?
188.
That's it?
Yes. I helped you way more than you helped me, brother.
So mine's at...
That's why.
319 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah, so we're not even close to being done. You know.
That's because I've been playing the 3DS version.
Well, I need help with mine. I'm up to that point.
So the only other honorable mentions that I can say is Mario Galaxy 2. When I downloaded that on the Virtual Console, I had 20 hours on that. Donkey Kong Country 2, I had 10 hours. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival was 14 hours. I spent 17 hours, almost 18 hours on Yoshi Woolly World. So, in the original, I think I said this, the original Mario 64 was 9 hours for mine. But, yeah, that was our top things. Now, for next week, would you be up for doing a 3DS one?
Mine's not going to be. I barely play that thing.
3DS one's actually easier. Because it actually, you can just click on the title and it tells you the playtime. You don't have to search all the months to look at it. But, I'm curious to see what mine is. If you want to do top 10 then on the 3DS. Because it does include Virtual Console games too.
5.
Really? You don't have?
I have 10 games for that.
Even including the Virtual Console? Because I know you have Link's Awakening and Mario Land and stuff, don't you? So...
Forgot about them.
Okay, so next week I guess we'll do our look at our activity log for our 3DSs and get back with you on the 10 of those.
Boy.
So yeah, we want to thank you all for watching our first podcast of 2017. Anything else you would like to bring up?
Switch.
Yes.
Prepare to be Switch.
Along with that, next week probably more reviews from Chris's end too.
Yeah, I'll have.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna have a lot to talk about with the Switch too. So
5 maybe. Reviews 6. I know at least 4 movies. No, 5 movies. If I watch them every day. Depends.
Uh-oh.
Because I got a trilogy and then 2 movies.
I don't know if I'm going to have any reviews yet.
Watch Bill and Ted.
Right. I mean...
It's goofy.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's a goofy good time.
We'll see. So, thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic week. Watch the Switch presentation at 11 o'clock.
At 11 p.m., yeah.
If you're in the Eastern Standard Time, anyway. If you're not, then it's
lucky you,
earlier.
I guess.
But, yep. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you guys later. Sayonara.
Sayonara, sayonara.